Well, in just hours, the House will vote on a war powers resolution to limit President Trump's military actions towards Iran. Is this the right move right now? Senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, Hans von Spakovsky, is here with us live to weigh in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Heather.
So let's begin with part of Nancy Pelosi's statement on the war powers resolution. She says, amongst other things, members of Congress have serious, urgent concerns about the administration's decision to engage in hostilities against Iran and about its lack of strategy moving forward. America and the world cannot afford war. So is this the right thing to be doing? Does she have the authority? And is it the right thing right now?
No, this is a meaningless political document intended to embarrass the president. Look, the president has very broad powers as commander-in-chief under the Constitution to defend the nation, and Congress cannot put limits on his decisions and determinations about terrorist threats and how to use the military to respond to them. That's his decision alone. The Constitution does not contemplate Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Adam Schiff as a group of commander-in-chief mini-me's who can help make that decision or limit the president.
Yeah, let's take a look at a couple quotes from the resolution itself. One part of it says Congress has not authorized the president to use military force against Iran. Another saying Congress hereby directs the president to terminate the use of United States armed forces to engage in hostilities in or against Iran or any part of its government or military. So speak to those two specific parts. I know you just referenced, he does have that right to use military force.
Again, this resolution and those provisions are meaningless. Congress can't put on those kind of limits. If the Congress wants to not provide the money through the power of the purse, that they can do. But they can't direct the president to cease or terminate particular military actions. Constitutionally, they just don't have the authority to do that.
The other thing going on at the same time, of course, is impeachment. And so let's listen to some of this, what some Republicans have to say in terms of the impeachment being a distraction right now.
They have used impeachment to distract from the fact that they have no agenda.
Talking about trying to reverse the results of the 2016 election.
Maybe they were too focused on impeachment to see what was happening.
So what impact is the impeachment drama having overseas?
Well, I think, unfortunately, Democrats have been acting as a disloyal opposition with their constant attacks on the president for almost every single thing that he does. And that, I believe, unfortunately, makes us look weak abroad. It makes our government look like it's in disarray to terrorist nations like Iran. And that could invite further attacks on the United States.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about yesterday to someone, how, just this division that is being made so public. There's a saying, like, keep it in the family, and, talk about it maybe behind closed doors, but showing this, it can be used as an element of weakness and then encourage a country like Iran or North Korea to be a little bolder than perhaps they would be otherwise.
No, I agree with that. And look, this puts Democrats in what I think is an embarrassing and almost shameful position of basically defending a terrorist who was responsible for the killing, maiming, and wounding of thousands of Americans, because they're in essence criticizing the president for having taken him out.
Yeah, interesting that they are now put in that position and they're doing it. Hans von Spakovsky, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.